Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. Today we have a dark moon, so yeah, surprise again. It's a very powerful one, and I will share, you will see right away what I'm talking about. Can you see that the sun and the moon is 0 degree Aries? So we've been talking about often that now this is really the shift of the energies. I have never seen on a full moon or a dark moon that is just at 0 degree like this. And then we have also Mercury and we have Uranus. You can see here Mercury, Uranus is also in Aries. Aries is the new beginning. Aries has something to do with that fire energy that represents birth, the breaking through with something. And when I see how many information I get in a moment of people, just this morning I got one information about how many people resign from their jobs. And I mean, not just a waitress in the restaurants, and I'm talking about high profile people who are resigning and stepping back. And this is what will happen, especially this month now. They have absolutely no way anymore to stay in any power, in any way that they have something to say. And I would not be very surprised if also like WEF and other organizations will fall this month. It is really a complete new energy that is coming in now. And you know what is really important to understand is that also because the whole world is changing, it's not just that some people are changing or energies are shifting in a local place, but the whole part, our universe is involved in this, because nothing ever stands still. So we are moving into a completely different place within the sky, we can say, within the cosmos. It's difficult to define that in words, but I just got the confirmation from somebody else who was channeling. I don't know if you're familiar with Aluna Joy. And maybe let me read you quickly that sentence that she has posted here is about the star elders. Say, when we traverse a shift of an age, the laws of nature change and reality is upgraded into a higher frequency. With that update comes a lot of things that must change. There will be many things that we have to surrender to, because our whole belief system also has to go. Imagine when all the natural laws also are changing because we are in a higher frequency. Let me give you another example. Like when we have ice cold water, we have ice, and then the ice is melting when it's getting warmer, and it's getting the water getting lighter and lighter the more warm it gets. So the same is here with the frequency that is shifting. The laws, the physical laws of the element is changing. The physical law of, say, ice and cold water and hot water is not the same. And this is exactly what will help us when we understand that and let go, to really go into that unknown which is in front of us, which is absolutely full of new opportunities and incredible possibilities if we let it happen and don't hold on to the old. So in that moment is also to unlearn a lot. We will probably confront things that have that maybe even seem not possible. Like some of you know that I have gone quite intensely into electroculture, and the results are just absolutely awesome. You couldn't imagine. And I will post in my blog, I will post another picture for you so you can see it. The difference between those plants that are just beside the rod and just a little bit further away. And actually yesterday I have put a 3-meter high bamboo stick with crystals on top in the garden. So I'm really curious what's going to happen. I haven't seen anything yet. It's just brand new. So we have to understand that this complete new frequency that we are in now will change everything. And Kryon always says that you don't know what you don't know. And when I heard that the first time, I said, oh, okay. This sounded a little bit strange, but actually this is exactly what's going on. Like if we think we know, and what is our knowing is always that we kind of our brain is running through our past and then take those pictures and put it into the future, so that we create our future, the life from the moment where we stand in the here and now, going forward from experiences from the old. And this is not going to work anymore here. We can see that this is all erased. And we would, if you look at the horizon, you have an alignment of planets here. I will put also the picture from the stellarium, from the star constellations also in, you can find it in my blog. So you can see that here now, this constellation that is all in Aries is really pushing us forward into something new. And that there is one big tension is coming from Pluto. And I was talking about Pluto last time, that Pluto has actually on the 22nd of March moved into Capricorn. And I mentioned also the channeling that was about Adamos Shama, that he said that on the 22nd is a big energy shift. And this is so clear, when you maybe have to listen to the last reading that I did, so you understand everything completely, especially here with now that shift. In the material world, it always takes a little bit longer to manifest. It is not like a switch of light that turn on and off. It is like the sunrise or the moon rising. Like it takes a little while. You can see the light just a little bit before the sun is coming up. And it takes a moment in time to come from darkness into the light. And this is exactly the same here. It's not just like bang. So now hold on, because now we have to face things that are maybe even sound magical, that even sound, how can it be true that something like that happened, or I must be dreaming. But this is not, and it is really important that you now, whatever is happening in your life, that you don't just dismiss it as fantasy or something. Where do you think fantasy is coming from? Actually, fantasy, what you can fantasize exists somewhere. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to fantasize it. It is not said that it is here in the 3D. Because our spirit and our soul is not only in 3D. And people who are very intuitive or get into their inspiration, they might get information from other realms. So be careful what you judge, and stop with your linear mind that only everything what you see is real and what you cannot see is not real. But this is such an old-fashioned way to look at things, and that is still, like, some people try to keep us imprisoned by that. But we have experienced so many times already that a lot of things are real because they are a vibration, like talking a bit again about homeopathy, for example, flower essences, exactly. Healing can never happen because of chemical reaction. Healing does not happen in the physical level. The physical level is just the product after something has happened on a higher level. So when you get sick, it is that consequence of what happened on a higher level. But it's also when you heal, really heal, it is about a higher level, like our emotions, our feelings. Something has shifted that the body can heal again. And this will be now very, very intense. You will see that a lot of things that are not in harmony with in your physical body now are coming out. And they will you will be able to heal that. I mean, really heal it if you understand. And you might have a look at my other videos about illness, and I will make another one as soon as I can about the, you know, the certain organs and the meaning of the organs. So what it's when you have an illness connected with the lung or with the stomach or with the heart, what is the meaning behind it? Then you can also understand better what you can do and where you have to find the solutions. So Uranus is in conjunction, actually Mercury is coming along. It takes a few more days till we have the exact conjunction. But this is also a step that when you have a heightened experience of inspiration, so be very much aware of these coming days that you might get information, inspiration, that you suddenly even might hear a voice in your head or something that has never happened to you before. Don't just dismiss it, just listen. Or when you go to bed or in the morning before you get up, when you connect to the higher self, ask your higher self, tell me what I need to know, because this is very important now with these yellow lines that we have here. These are 72-degree Venus lines. When you put them together, you have a quintile or a 5-pointed star. This is now the time where we start to create our new reality. And even though we might not physically or very abstract know what we are manifesting in the moment, it starts within us that our energy, our frequency, our dreams, our intentions start to manifest in the outside. So you can focus on things like to have a harmonious life, to have a balanced life, to have love in your life, to be love for others, also to be compassionate. You use these things that you wish for now, that you focus on, and think about it. If there are people they really nag you, or if there is something that really annoys you, try to figure out why is that still in your life. I have one of my workers who really drove me crazy, absolutely, because every approach to whatever he had to do was, I'm afraid to. And it really took me a long time to finally say, okay, that's just who he is. And I'm still smiling and don't say anything. I don't, before I said something, but now I don't. And it's awesome how the whole energy has shifted here. So just try to let everybody be who they are. And it will come actually up in your life now that those people who have annoyed you, whatever, they might come in again, and you have to let it go. And maybe sometimes it just needs a smile. It doesn't need much more. You don't have to justify anything. You don't have to give them any advice, nothing. Just let it go. And then you will see either those people will completely disappear from your life, or the energy around whatever is happening is shifting. So we don't have a blue line here, but you know, it is really when we have all this fiery energy in the moment, it is something that is very active, what is happening. So be aware of your thoughts that you have. You see also the MC is has moved into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is meant, the symbol of the arrow penetrating the horizontal line, moving forward, is also the shifting, is like the roof that was holding us lower down is not there anymore, and we can break free into a new energy. Now, with this, I also want to say here, especially when we have here the Gemini Mars, which is connected also to the Sun and Moon with the quintile, with the 72-degree aspect. You know, the communication, the interaction between people, that is here now with Mars, and Mars is the ruler of the moon constellation we have, because Mars is the ruler of Aries. So looking at this situation is like, now it is good to talk these things over. You know, sometimes it is very difficult to see things, or maybe you cannot communicate with the person itself, but you can, for example, you can take a piece of paper and write it down. So, for example, this is something that really bothers me, and then you can make a little ceremony with a fire, and you can let it go. What we did often in our workshops, like we make a little drawing. Like, for example, just remember one lady who was always said, girls have to be seen, not be heard, and she was never allowed to speak. She draw lips and the cross through the lips. That means I'm not allowed to talk. And then we had to, we turned that little around on the other side, and I say, what can you do to forgive, to let go, or to balance that? And then once you reflect about that, she admitted that she was really talking too much, and she was probably annoying her parents a lot with her chapter all the time. So we can see very often that things that were bothering us, things that were in our life, when you look at it again, when you make, especially when you make a symbol, when you draw something, that will trigger a picture in you, and that will help you to release it. And then, you know, one of the really most powerful things is to burn it, because you can see it burn. And whatever you do, whatever you hear, whatever you say, your persona is understanding. So when you see the fire is burning something, you cannot get it back, it's gone. And so when you do that with the intention that this is gone, that you let go of this grudge or this whatever hurt or feeling, then it will go, and it will help you a great deal to move forward. Now, this is the months to do that, and then we have fire, so work with fire. And at the same time, it also, you will see that, you know, I understand, and I really am not the fan of, like, for example, 5G, smartphones, and all that technology. But we have to be careful not to get out the baby with the bath. In our future, there will be very, very modern technology, and AI is not just only bad, but it's like everything. Everything, depending how we use it, is good or bad, or is beneficial or not beneficial, is helping us to be healthy or is making us sick. So when we are moving into a higher consciousness, then also this kind of technology will be more beneficial for us. There is a lot of alternative healing, energy healing, and sound healing, and all that is coming up very strong. And this is the future. We won't have any chemical medicine in that way anymore, because everything is vibration. And if you understand that you yourself and everything what is energy, then you also understand how energy shifts. You might go on YouTube and you look at this, you know, when they have this plate on a, what do you call that, feather, and it's vibrating with certain sounds. And this is awesome, the patterns it makes with a harmonious or not harmonious sound. And you know that they have actually changed the tunes of our instruments. I think it was in the 40s, don't be, somewhere around that. And they have changed the frequency and all the instruments are changed. And this is the healing aspect of the frequency has been taken out. So we have seen, especially at the end of 1800 something, that the whole medical field has completely changed and moved away from understanding what illness really is in just curing and pushing symptoms around. So here with Aries now, it's really a new day. It's really a new beginning. It's also the notice in here that is for humanity, a complete new energy frequency. And if you now take advantage of this, then there is a lot of understanding and healing possible in the moment, and the shifting into that higher energy, moving beyond that roof that held us down with Pisces, even though we cannot see yet everything and a lot is still hidden from us. You see, Jupiter is here too. But the new energy is feeling, you know, when you have seed in the ground, you have put in all the seeds. So that means the seeds are our desires. The seeds is our wishes, our dreams. And so we have this as seed. Then you put them in the ground. You won't see them anymore for a while. And then you see that little thing that shoot up. And it still takes a little while till the plant grows and we really can see what it is. And that's exactly the situation from now. Every thought and everything what you're doing now is a seed that will grow for you. And it will grow in a new energy, and it will grow into a more healthy plant, a more healthy lifestyle that was ever possible before, because we have also very sophisticated ways to change around in a very short time, actually, to clean up the planet. It's not that difficult. And there are a lot of people out there who know what I'm saying, and they know that this is coming. So be aware of something in the outside is happening, and systems are crashing. Yes, of course. So again, it's maybe good if you have a little bit of cash at home or have some food for a little while, that in case something is happening that you're not lost. But I don't think anymore it will take a long time, because things are moving very fast in a moment. And timelines are shifting so fast that you in the moment might not even know on which timeline you are in the moment. Okay, so this for that dark moon, a truly new beginning now. And whatever you think about it, don't hold on to negative thoughts. Don't hold on to anything that is destructive. Be constructive, but don't have very clear pictures how it's supposed to be. Just like think about compassion, think about beauty, think about how it can be, but don't fixate it, because it might be even much better than you can imagine in the moment. Okay, so that's about today, the 20th of April 2023. And yeah, I will have soon a reading again. I will try to make that with the illness fast, but I have in the moment helpers sick, and I'm really a bit in trouble with that one, because it's really hot. We have around 40 degrees in the afternoon. That will be 100 plus Fahrenheit, and it's just, I cannot work outside in the afternoon anymore. So I have to put everything in the morning, and our mulberries are ripe. They are absolutely gorgeous, but they have to be harvested, and then we need to work with them. I dry them, and I make juice that we freeze, but we have so many now, since I have put the electrode to each of the bushes. I can tell you the harvest is awesome. So I dry them, and we're gonna make, with the mulberry leaf and mulberry fruit, we're gonna make some teas and some other things. So very exciting. Okay, I see you soon again. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again in my video soon. Bye bye. Thank you.